Jim Ratcliffe saying the club would have gone bust had you guys not made the changes that you have with the redundancies, cost cutting. Today, there's this shiny new 100,000-seater stadium plan.
If you want to cut costs, why don't you cut the £1 billion that has been paid out in interest servicing the loans of the Glazer family?
One moment you're announcing mass layoffs to stave off financial ruin, and the next, you're unveiling blueprints for the most extravagant stadium in British history. That's the heated debate surrounding Manchester United's latest bombshell, a gigantic 100,000-seat arena with an eye-watering £2 billion price tag. A move so daring, so breathtakingly bold, it's left rival fans fuming with envy and even some devoted United supporters raising an eyebrow in disbelief. How can a club that Sir Jim Ratcliffe described as teetering on the edge of financial collapse suddenly afford what could become the grandest sporting spectacle in Europe? Today, we're diving headfirst into Manchester United's most ambitious project yet, a stadium designed to revolutionize the club, reshape English football, and redefine Manchester's skyline. From its striking Trident of the North design to the fast-tracked construction plans and intricate financial strategy, we'll break down exactly how the world's most renowned football club intends to build the UK's largest and most futuristic stadium.
Okay, it's time for a very quick break while I ask you a favor. If you're enjoying this video so far, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for Neva Media. I'm posting many videos about big projects, business, celebrities, money, marketing, and more. But just subscribing doesn't always mean you'll see them. So please consider turning on notifications, and I'll love you forever.
And in 25 years' time, we'd be talking about building a new stadium because it wouldn't be perfect.
To truly grasp Manchester United's bold stadium project, we first need to examine their current reality. Old Trafford, United's legendary home for 115 years, has been showing its age for quite some time. Leaking roofs, outdated facilities, and crumbling infrastructure have become embarrassing symbols of a club that has struggled to find its way since Sir Alex Ferguson's departure in 2013. In May 2023, the situation hit a new low. During a match against Arsenal, rain poured through the stadium roof, drenching fans in their seats. A stark, undeniable sign of neglect that has plagued United for years. But the issues go far beyond just maintenance. While United stood still, their rivals surged ahead. Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester City have all invested heavily in state-of-the-art stadiums, delivering superior fan experiences and far greater matchday revenue per seat than Old Trafford. Despite boasting a 74,000-seat capacity, Old Trafford generates around £134 million annually, but it's falling behind in premium hospitality areas, where modern stadiums truly maximize profits. Then came Sir Jim Ratcliffe's intervention. After acquiring a 27.7% stake in February 2024, he made his vision crystal clear. We need a stadium that reflects the stature of Manchester United. Even as United struggles on the pitch, languishing in 14th place in the Premier League and carrying over $1 billion in debt, Ratcliffe sees them as the greatest football club in the world, with 1 billion followers globally. And in his mind, such a club deserves nothing less than the finest stadium in the world. But this project isn't just about United's global ambitions. It's also about revitalizing Manchester itself. Once the epicenter of the Industrial Revolution, the Old Trafford area has fallen into decline. By merging United's need for a world-class stadium with a broader economic revival, the club positions this project as a community-wide transformation, one that could even attract public funding. Given United's financial struggles, the timing might seem questionable, but CEO Omar Barada explains their logic. Our priority is to put the club in the strongest financial position, so we can invest in both players and infrastructure. For United's leadership, this new stadium isn't a financial burden. It's the catalyst, the centerpiece of a larger regeneration project, one designed to secure the club's long-term success.
Very exciting. I think it could be a game changer for our club, for the city, and for the region.
When it comes to the design of Manchester United's revolutionary new stadium, the club has turned to world-renowned architect Norman Foster, tasked with creating what they hope will be one of the most iconic sporting venues on the planet. The most eye-catching element, the Trident of the North. 3 towering spires, each soaring 200 meters into the sky, visible from 40 kilometers away. But these structures aren't just for show. They represent the 3 stars from Manchester United's crest, serving as a bold symbol of the club's ambition to reclaim dominance in English football. Yet, it's the capacity that truly sets this stadium apart. With 100,000 seats, it won't just be the largest football stadium in the UK, surpassing Wembley's 90,000. It will also rank as Europe's second largest. But this isn't just about bragging rights. The additional 25,000 plus seats compared to Old Trafford are part of a strategic financial move, particularly if a large portion are premium or hospitality seats, capable of commanding significantly higher prices. The field itself is designed for maximum intensity. Foster envisions stands positioned to enhance acoustics, creating what he calls an electrifying match day atmosphere, one that brings fans closer to the action than ever before. A standout feature, a single-tier stand, inspired by Borussia Dortmund's legendary Yellow Wall. This steep, continuous section will hold up to 25,000 fans, forming a deafening wave of noise and color, an intimidating force for any visiting team. But the vision extends far beyond the stadium walls. Surrounding the venue will be what could become the largest public space in the world, a vast, open area accessible 24/7, transforming what is now an industrial zone into a thriving community hub. Plans include restaurants, retail outlets, entertainment venues, and possibly even residential areas, ensuring the site remains a major destination even on non-match days. Technology will be at the heart of the fan experience. Plans include Ultra HD 4K video displays, immersive LED lighting, seamless connectivity, and interactive fan zones. The goal? To make this stadium a global destination, one that draws visitors from around the world year-round. Of course, some traditionalists worry about losing the history and soul of Old Trafford, but club officials have assured that Manchester United's rich heritage will be embedded into the design, possibly through a dedicated museum celebrating the club's storied past. And for fans concerned about disruptions, there's good news. The new stadium will be built right next to Old Trafford, allowing United to keep playing at their historic home throughout construction. This approach not only minimizes matchday disruptions, but also ensures the club maintains its deep-rooted connection to the area it has called home since 1910.
Throughout the early months of the task force, and that was just the recognition of how powerful this project could be.
Manchester United's new stadium isn't just ambitious in scale, it's revolutionary in the way it's being built. Instead of following the traditional decade-long construction process, United is aiming to slash that timeline in half using modular building techniques. Sir Jim Ratcliffe explained, "It will be a modular build. The modules Norman Foster talked about mean we can construct the stadium much more quickly. This prefabrication approach involves assembling large sections offsite, then transporting these massive components, each weighing up to 7,000 tons, to Manchester. In total, around 160 of these giant modules will be put together on site. Under conventional methods, a stadium of this magnitude would take at least 10 years to complete, but United's leadership is confident they can finish it in just 5, provided they receive timely government backing for the wider regeneration plan. However, this aggressive timeline and the entire project itself has sparked significant controversy, with 3 major points of contention. First, there's the stark contrast between United's financial struggles and this enormous investment. Just one day before unveiling stadium plans, Ratcliffe warned that the club would have gone bust by Christmas if not for cost-cutting measures, including significant staff redundancies. Critics are now asking, how can a club supposedly on the brink of financial ruin suddenly announce a £2 billion stadium project? Second, there's uncertainty surrounding government support. While Ratcliffe sounded optimistic about public funding, a spokesperson for the Prime Minister quickly dismissed those claims, stating they were not aware of any government commitment and were unsure of the specifics. This disconnect raises concerns about how far along discussions with officials actually are. Finally, there's the emotional connection to Old Trafford. While the new stadium promises cutting-edge facilities and a modern fan experience, some supporters fear it could mean losing the history and soul that make the Theatre of Dreams so special. United has attempted to ease these concerns by stressing that the club will remain in the same area and that elements of the club's heritage will be woven into the new design. Despite these challenges, Manchester United appears determined to push forward. If they can secure the necessary approvals, Construction could begin by the end of the year, and with a 5-year timeline, United will continue playing at the current Old Trafford, ensuring a smooth transition when the new stadium is finally complete.
The club announced up to 200 more job cuts.
Well, as part of cost-cutting measures at Old Trafford, staff have been told that free lunches will also...
The £2 billion question looming over Manchester United's stadium project is simple. How will they pay for it? For a club already over $1 billion in debt, fresh off cost-cutting measures, financing the most expensive stadium in UK history is a monumental challenge. Yet, United's leadership remains optimistic, banking on innovative funding strategies. CEO Omar Barada is exploring multiple options, one of the biggest being naming rights. While traditionalists may resist renaming Old Trafford, the realities of modern stadium economics make it almost inevitable. Tottenham reportedly sought £400 million for their naming rights, and with United's massive global brand, they could command even more. Another key approach: personal seat licenses, PSLs. This method, widely used in the US and by Tottenham, lets fans purchase exclusive rights to buy season tickets for specific seats, generating substantial upfront capital. Interestingly, United isn't asking for government funding for the stadium itself, but they do expect public investment in the broader regeneration project, covering infrastructure improvements. This stands in contrast to many US stadiums, where taxpayer money often directly funds construction. Then, there's Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself. His personal wealth, along with his Ineos connections, provide